What's going on, guys? Dig here, ready to teach you how to unlock pack-a-punch on every single Treyarch map from World at War to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, this is your one-stop shop for every single pack-a-punch on every single Treyarch map. So if you're looking for a specific map, go to the description for the timestamp down below for that specific map. If you like these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I really appreciate you guys' support. We finally hit 1,000 on this channel, and I do greatly appreciate that. Thank you. The first step is to unlock the power, so go to the backside middle of the map, and you'll find a power switch right here. Go ahead and activate it for the next step. Once the power is activated, there's going to be 3 teleporters around the map that you have to link to the middle pad at spawn. Go ahead and go inside the teleporter and activate it, and then quickly run back to spawn because you're on a timer. Activate this pad, and then it will lower the door in front of Pack-a-Punch. Once you do all 3 teleporters, Pack-a-Punch will be available for you. The first teleporter is going to be located to the right side of Pack-a-Punch. The second teleporter is going to be located behind the power switch, and then the third and final location is going to be located up these stairs to the right. Now, Kino der Toten, go ahead and get to the backside of the theater, and behind the curtain, you'll find a power switch right here. Activate the power switch, and then go past the curtains, and to your right side, you'll find a teleporter. Go ahead and link the teleporter, and then run to spawn and link the teleporter from there, and then run back to the teleporter, activate it, and now you're inside the Pack-a-Punch room. Now, you only get 30 seconds in this room, so be quick to Pack-a-Punch. Now, for the map 5, go ahead and get to the basement by using the elevators, and in the middle of the room, you'll find a power switch right here. Go ahead and activate the power switch, and go through the teleporter to get to the DEF CON room. Now, you'll find 4 different switches in this room. 2 in the second floor, 2 in the bottom floor. All you gotta do is flip all 4 switches to get to DEF CON 5, and then use a teleporter to get sent into the Pack-a-Punch room. Once you're in the Pack-a-Punch room, you can Pack-a-Punch, and then once you leave, you're gonna have to set it to DEF CON 5 once again to get back to this room anytime you want to Pack-a-Punch. Now for the map Ascension, go ahead and go through the door to the left side of Quick Revive and follow the stairs all the way to the very top. You'll find the power switch up there. Go ahead and flip it. Now go ahead by the door to the left side of the power switch, go down these stairs, take a right, go past Mule Kick, and then go up the stairs, go past Spicola, and to your left you'll find a lunar pad. Go ahead and activate it and wait for the lunar to fly over to you. Once the moon lantern lands, go ahead and wait for it to recharge, and then buy it back to go to spawn. Now you're going to repeat the same process by buying the lunar pad in front of PhD, and then flying it back to spawn, and then buying the lunar pad at stamina, and then flying it back to spawn as well. Once you accomplish this, go back to the power switch, and you'll find a red button to the right side that is now green. Go ahead and activate it, and then it will launch the rocket up in the sky. And then once the rocket leaves, you can go to this big bunker, and then to the right side, you'll find that Pack-a-Punch is unlocked now. Now for the map Call of the Dead. Now if you're on Plutonium, you can use console command on PC, and if you want to remove the fog, you can type in R_fog space 0, and it will remove the fog on the map completely, so you don't have to deal with that the entire time you're playing. This also works on Tranzit, and it also works on Origins as well. Now the way that you open your console command is by clicking on the squiggly line that's on your keyboard that's underneath your escape button. Now you're playing on BO2, you must activate cheats to be able to use your console command as well. Now back to unlocking Pack-a-Punch, go to the top of the boat and turn on the power. Once the power turns on, after a few minutes, the lighthouse is going to shine a light inside the water around 3 different locations. Once it shines a light, it's going to reveal the Pack-a-Punch. The 3 locations are located, 1 in spawn, the second location is located behind the lighthouse where stamina is, and the third and final locations are located on the other side of the boat underneath the boat in the water right here. Now for the map Shangri-La, go ahead and head to the bottom of the map and find the 2 power switches down below. Go ahead and activate the power switches, and then you'll notice the statue between the 2 power switches starts spinning. If you're playing solo, the only 1 part will start spinning. Playing with 2 players, 2 parts, 3 players, 3 parts, 4 players, 4 parts. There are 4 stone pressure plates around the map that you have to stand on at the same time depending on how many players are in the match. If you're playing solo, you only have to stand on 1, but it always randomizes which stone plate will be activated and be ready to be stepped on. The 4 locations are as follows: 1 in front of the power switches, 1 at spawn. The second one is going to be the tunnel leading down to the power switches to the left side of spawn. The 4th and final location is going to be located to the right side of spawn, going past the mud pit, going down the hill, and it's going to be right beside this gone on the floor right here. Once you stand on the stone pressure plate, you got about a minute to run back to spawn and run up these stairs to get to Pack-a-Punch. Once the timer's out, you'll be washed down the steps once again, and then you're going to have to stand on the pressure plates all together, or if you're solo, just the 1 to re-accomplish unlocking Pack-a-Punch. Now for the map Moon, is pretty self-explanatory. It spawns in front of you when you spawn in on Area 51. Now if you're unaware how Moon works, you can get back to the Area 51 by using the teleporter that is on the moon. Now to get to this certain teleporter on the moon, all you gotta do is go through Tunnel 6 or Tunnel 11, turn on the power as you pass the MPD. Now before you go back to Area 51, grab the hacker before you go. These are the spawn locations. The first one's gonna be to the left side as you enter through the door right here. And the second location is gonna be located on the countertop right here. And the third location is gonna be located to the right side above these stairs right here. And then the 4th location is going to be across before you go up these stairs to the right here. And then you're going to go up these stairs and you're going to take a right, and it's going to be on the right side of Deadshot Daiquiri. And then you're going to take a left, and it's going to be on the left side of the door right here on this shelf right here. Now keep in mind, when you do pick up the hacker, you will not have an oxygen mask. Go quickly run to the teleporter, get teleported back. Now once you get back to Area 51, go quickly run to the Pack-a-Punch and hack it to get 30 seconds of free time to pack a bunch of weapons in safety. Now if you go to Area 51 and you come back, you'll see these 4 4 red lights. They won't start turning green until you end the round, and then they'll start turning green over time throughout the round, and then you can teleport back to the Area 51. Now for the map Transit, you're going to have to build a wind turbine first. The first location is going to be located on these chairs to the right side of the crafting bench, and then turning around the mannequin leaning against the wall right here. And the third and final location is going to be located on the other side underneath these payphones. Go ahead and build the wind turbine and collect it. Now go ahead and head to the bank and blow open the safe with 1 grenade, and then blow open the second safe with the other grenade. Now go ahead and head to the power station and go ahead and find the parts for the power switch. One's going to be a zombie hand, one is going to be the power panel, and the third and final part is going to be the power switch. Go ahead and craft them on the crafting bench and then flip the switch. Now all 3 of these parts can spawn anywhere in this white room area, so just look around and you'll eventually find them. Now go ahead and pull out your turbine and place it in front of this door, and as soon as the door opens up, go ahead and pick up your turbine and then run and drop down, and then take a left, go back to the porta potty, make sure there's no zombies around, kill them off if they are, and then place your turbine in front of the AK-74U waw-bocw, and then quickly run back to the town. Once you reach the town's bank, go inside, and then you'll find the door that had the electric symbol completely gone. Once you're down here, you're going to find 3 different pack-a-punch parts, and they all 3 spawn down in this tunnel area, and you're going to place them on the crafty bench. The first part's going to be the top of the pack-a-punch, the second part's going to be the wooden bench, and the third and final part's going to be the battery. Once you place all 3 parts on the crafting bench, you have unlocked pack-a-punch. Now keep this in mind, if the turbine ever goes away and you're outside of this room, the room will completely close, and then you're going to have to place the turbine once again back on the shack, and then quickly run back to the bank to unlock pack-a-punch. Now if you're not able to get there fast enough, I highly recommend buying stamina that's inside the bar that's across the front of the bank, and I highly recommend buying the bowie knife that's inside the shack that's in between the town and the power station. Now for the only survival map that has pack-a-punch, it's going to be town. It's pretty self-explanatory. It spawns in the middle with the lava. You can go ahead and pack-a-punch right away if you have the points. I highly recommend don't stand on the lava too long because you can die from it. Now for the map Nuke Town, all the perk machines and pack-a-punch falls from the sky. Every 4 rounds it will be a brand new machine, and it's always random, so you could get lucky early on or you could get unlucky and get it later on. In my game I literally got it on round 4 and it just spawned in on the back. Now for the map Die Rise, you're going to go inside this elevator. If there's more than 1 player in the game, it requires all players to be in the elevator to make it drop. As soon as it drops to the very bottom, go ahead and run across this hallway, then jump across this gap right here, take a right, and then you'll find this door to your left side. Go ahead and buy it, and then once you get inside, go ahead and turn on the power, and then to your right you'll find 2 elevators that could possibly have pack-a-punch. If pack-a-punch is not inside those elevators, go ahead and ride the elevator to the top of the roof, and then follow this path that I take to go up the antenna, and then drop down right here, and then drop down right here, and then you'll find the third and final location where the pack-a-punch can be on this map. Now unlocking pack-a-punch for Mob of the Dead, there's going to be a warden key that you need to collect. There's only 2 locations, and I'll show you on screen right now. One in front of the cafeteria and one is in front of the warden's office. The way that you collect the key is you shock this junction box and the key will be lowered down. Now before you activate your ghost mode, just watch my gameplay real quick, and I'm about to show you how to complete 3 different things at once. The 3 things that we're going to complete in this one ghost mode is going to be the key, unlocking the warden's office, and unlocking the showers. First thing you want to do is turn around, jump through this hole, shock the junction box here for the key, take a right, go down this hallway, take a left, down the stairs, shock this junction box. That will unlock the warden's office. Turn around, go out the same way that you came in. You're going to run across the catwalks around here. You're going to drop down, and you're going to go through this little hole. You're going to turn around, look up, and you're going to shock this junction box right here. That will unlock the showers. Now, once accomplishing all 3 of these tasks, go ahead and go back to your body and revive yourself. Now, the rest of the steps to unlock Pack-a-Punch is building a plane. There are 5 separate parts around the map that you need to collect. I will show you how to collect them all right now on screen and where they are located. The first part that we're going to collect is the closest one to the spawn room, that part being the laundry sheets. Since we already got the warden key and we already opened up the shower door from the beginning of the video, you're all set to start the lockdown. So head down to the showers, open this gate right here with the warden's key, head back up, go into Afterlife, run back down, shock this junction box right here, revive yourself, head back down to the laundry machine, start it up, and then you'll be in a short lockdown phase. Now before you start this up, be careful because a Brutus will spawn in. Once the lockdown is complete, pick up your laundry sheets and bring them up to the roof to build your plane. To get access to the roof, you must go in Afterlife, go through the hole in this wall right here, jump up top, shock this junction box, and then you're all set to get to the roof. Moving on to the second part for the plane. Now this part is the easiest part to get for the plane. It's just all the way upstairs right before you access the roof. It's in this cabinet. Just use the warden key, unlock it, and pick up the part. Now we're going to go get the third part for the plane. What you're going to want to do is go all the way down the spiral staircase, and there'll be a code box ready to be unlocked with the warden key. Go ahead and unlock it with the warden's key. Go all the way back up the spiral staircase. Go into Afterlife, and as you're running down, you'll see 3 separate numbers appear on the wall. Put those 3 numbers in order from left to right inside the code box box. As soon as you do that, run back up top, revive yourself, then immediately head back down because you are timed right now. You need to get to the very bottom through this door and then take a left and go down this corridor. There will be the part waiting for you. As soon as you pick up the part, I would turn around and immediately run because you're going to get trapped down there if you don't. Now we can get the fourth part for the plane. The fourth part of the plane is located down at the docks. What you're gonna need to do is have 2 players inside this cage at the same time. Have 1 person go into afterlife. They're gonna shock this junction box. The gate to the right is gonna open up. He's gonna pick up the part and then you're gonna shock it again so the other gate to the left will opens up. If you're playing solo, you don't have to worry about having a second player there. All you gotta do is shock it and the door will stay open. Now for the 5th and final part for the plane. While you're still down in the docks, you're gonna go into afterlife and shock these 3 junction boxes that are lit up. The first one's gonna be through this hole to the left. The second one will be right outside the hole to the right, and then the third one will be to the left behind that one. By doing so, once you go into the warden's office, this cage that was electrified earlier will be not electrified anymore, and you can use the warden key to open it and grab the last final part for the plane. As soon as you put the final part on the plane, have you and all your teammates hop on the plane and fly over to Pack-a-Punch. Now, if you want to go back to Pack-a-Punch, all you got to do is end the round and wait till the gas canisters appear in your top left corner, and then go pick up the gas canisters where you originally pick up the parts for the plane, refill the plane, and then you can go back to Pack-a-Punch. Now, moving on to the map Buried. Now, the way that you unlock Pack-a-Punch on Buried is you're going to want to get Leroy out of his cage first. You want to go up this building, jump across, drop down this hole, pick up the key off the wall, open up his cage, grab the booze on the table, and then give it to him to break out. Once you get him break out, go open the saloon and go pick up another pair of booze, and then go to the candy shop upstairs and turn on the power. Once you get the power turned on, go to the other side of the map and open the witch's house by using Leroy and the booze to break the wooden barrier that's in front of the gate. Once the witch's house is open, go ahead and go grab a weapon out of the box and then go proceed through the witch's house. Once you get out of the witch's house, on the other side of the maze will be the Pack-a-Punch. All you gotta do is finish the maze, and on the other side, once you get down the spiral staircase, there's Pack-a-Punch unlocked for you. Now, how to unlock Pack-a-Punch on the map Origins. There are 6 generators that you have to turn on to unlock Pack-a-Punch. The way to turn on the generators, you have to go up to them, spend 200 points to activate them, and then a little meter at the bottom will activate. Stand on the metal grate that surrounds the generator to fill up the bar. If at any point you step off the metal grate, the bar will go back down. Just step back onto the metal grate to continue the charging up. The more people on this grate, the faster the generator will power up. Here are all the locations for the generators. Starting with generator 2. Generator 2 is located outside of spawn to the right if you follow this path, beside this bunker to the left. Now for generator 3, if you go through this bunker that leads you up to no man's land, instead of going up the stairs, take a left through this door, and then you're going to run down this pathway and take these stairs to the right, and there's generator 3. It's going to be right in front of Speed Cola. Now generator 4. As soon as you enter no man's land, take a left and follow this path that I take. It's going to be right behind the excavation site where Jug is. Now, generator 5. As soon as you enter the no man's land, take a right and follow this path that I take. This will lead you to Stanima, and also it's in front of the excavation site. Now for the final generator. Generator 6 is located in the backside of the church, up these stairs, outside the gigantic hole of the church, through this mud path, right here to the right. And once you turn all the generators on, go to the top of the mountain and Pack-a-Punch will be available for you. Now moving on to Shadows of Evil's Pack-a-Punch. To unlock Pack-a-Punch, you have to complete 4 different rituals around the map. To get the items that you need for the ritual and unlock the rooms to get into the ritual area, you gotta do a bunch of different tasks while you're in beast mode. The first beast mode that we're gonna start off with is the one at spawn. You're gonna turn your back to this purple podium, line yourself up with the quick revive box. As soon as you go into beast mode, shock it, run over to your left side, melee this box in the back of this truck, run straight forward. You'll see this little junction box you gotta shock it, turn around, grapple up on top of these stairs, jump over the railing, and follow this path that I take. Jump over here, shock this power box, turn around, melee this door, and then you're all set for the first ritual room. To start the first ritual, you need to pick up the summoning key in the back of this car. You will also need this fountain pen that's on the ground right here. Take these 2 items into the ritual room that's above spawn. Place them on top of this table to start the ritual. Here's a tip to keep in the back of your mind. As soon as the ritual is over, and if a nuke spawns in from a zombie, pick it up immediately because it will not end the round. Once the ritual is over, pick up the gummy worm. Moving on to the second location for the rituals. The second location is going to be located in the canals, and this is how you unlock everything for the beast mode. As soon as you enter the canals, to your right will be a podium for the beast mode. Activate the beast mode, run across, drop down this railing right here, break this box inside this cage to the right, break this door, run across, take a right beside these stairs to the left. Inside this hole will be another junction box to shock it, turn around, look up to the tower to the right side, grapple, follow this path that I take to go down the tower, shock this box right here, wait for the door to open, run down the stairs, take a left immediately as soon as you get outside of the stairs, and then melee this box. Now, once we get out of beast mode, we're kind of going to follow the same path that we took as beast mode. We're going to drop down right here and pick up this badge. You're going to go inside this pink tower, and then you're going to place down the badge on top of this table, and you're going to start the ritual. Once the ritual is over, make sure you pick up the gummy worm. Now, moving on to the third ritual room. The third ritual room is located in the Footlight District. As soon as you buy this door, take a left, go inside this beast mode, run straight up to these stairs, shock this junction box, turn to your left, melee this box. As soon as the stairs are done activating, run up the stairs, turn on this perk right here, jump across this ramp, melee this box, jump back across, run up these stairs right here, look to your right, grapple right there, drop down, and then shock this junction box. Now, once you get outside of beast mode, pick up the hairpiece off the ground, head inside the burlesque, and then start your ritual by placing the items on top of the table, and then go ahead and pick up the gummy worm after you're done with the ritual. Now for the fourth ritual. The fourth ritual will be located in the waterfront district. You're going to run, open this door, you're going to go into beast mode right here, run across, shock this junction box right here, turn to your left, run down these stairs, jump, turn around, grapple on top of this catwalk, melee this box, then jump down. Once you're on the ground, run straight down these stairs, and then as soon as you get to the very bottom, take a left, and then melee this door open. Now, once you're out of beast mode, go down these stairs, take a right, pick up the boxer's belt, and then head down into the ritual room, place them on top of this table, and then start the ritual. After the ritual, pick up the gummy worm. Now we're going to head back to the canals, and that door that we meleeed open with beast mode earlier will be available to interact with to activate a portal, and it will take us down where Pack-a-Punch is. Once you're down below where Pack-a-Punch is, you go up to this wall, and then you're just going to wait for a second, and it's going to open up, and then you're going to go place down each gummy worm inside each podium. Once you accomplish this, go back to the table right here, and then activate the ritual. Once completing this ritual, Pack-a-Punch will be unlocked. Pack-a-Punch is going to be across the room. It's going to look like this blue portal right here. Now moving on to Eisendrache. Now the way that you unlock Pack-a-Punch for Eisendrache is you're going to go to the main castle and turn on the power. The power is going to be located past stamina. Once you turn on the power, go ahead and head to the bottom of the church into the catacombs. Go ahead and grab the parts from this little pad, and then turn around and go to the teleporter to teleport to the rocket pad. Once you're at the rocket pad, go up these stairs, and to your left is the other second parts for the Pack-a-Punch. Once you interact with this, go to the third location, which is located at the death ray right here, and once you get up here, the Pack-a-Punch will assemble, and that's how you unlock Pack-a-Punch for Eisendrache. Now the Pack-a-Punch can rotate through the map on the 3 locations where you picked up the part. If you just look on this little menu right here, you can see where the Pack-a-Punch is by looking at the green light and looking at the location's name underneath that green light. Now moving on to Zetsubou No Shima and Pack-a-Punch. To unlock Zetsubou No Shima's Pack-a-Punch, we're going to have to unlock the bunker, and we're going to have to turn on the power first. To be able to unlock the bunker, you're going to have to pick up a bucket. A bucket will always spawn inside the spawn room area. Just look around and you'll find one on the floor. Once you get a bucket, go ahead and head to the blue water. Pick up the blue water and head into Facility A. As you enter Facility A, you'll see this green generator. Go up to the bowl and place your water inside. This will give power to Facility A. Now repeat the same process at Facility B by picking up the green water, dump it inside the green generator. Once power is activated at Facility B, go ahead and head to the bunker. At the top of the bunker, you'll see 2 green lights. That means that the door is available to be open. Make sure you open the bunker door right away because the power will eventually go away from both facilities. Now moving on how to unlock Pack-a-Punch. To unlock Pack-a-Punch, you're going to have to pick up 3 different parts. Starting with the first part. The first part can be acquired by entering the bunker and then opening the door to the left. Go inside the room and swim down in the water. Inside the water, you'll see to the left side will be a web. Go ahead and remove the web and you're going to be inside of a lockdown. Now during this lockdown, you're going to be stuck underwater. Make sure you go up inside the air pockets to get some oxygen while you're down here so you don't die. A tip during this lockdown, if you use anywhere but here to escape the room, you'll completely finish the lockdown. Another tip to keep in mind, if you kill the zombies while they're inside the barricade, you'll get points. But if you kill them outside of the barricades, they will give you no points. Now once you finish the lockdown where you destroy the web earlier, a part will spawn in. This part is used to unlock the Pack-a-Punch. By the way, after you complete this lockdown, you can go ahead and turn on the power. Now for the second part for the Pack-a-Punch. As you enter the center of the bunker, go ahead and go through this door to the right, in front of the Kuda wallby. As you enter the room, you'll see a bunch of cocoons. You're going to melee open the cocoons and it's going to drop down a zombie. You're going to continue this process until the part that you're looking for drops out of the zombie's cocoon. It's going to be glowing yellow and it looks like this. Go ahead and pick it up, and that's the second part for the Pack-a-Punch. Now for the third part for the Pack-a-Punch. As soon as you enter the bunker in the dead center where Pack-a-Punch is, go to the very back door. You're going to go down the stairs and go all the way down to the very bottom, and you're going to find another door. But by that door, you'll be led into a water tunnel. Go ahead and swim around and you'll find the last part lying on the ground. Now once you get all 3 parts, you're going to place them down on these water meters. They're surrounding Pack-a-Punch, and when you place them down, they will drain the water inside. Once you place down the third one, you'll finally open Pack-a-Punch. Now how to unlock Pack-a-Punch for Gorod Krovi. Go ahead and head to the Dragon Command and you'll find the power switch here. Go ahead and flip it on. The way that you unlock Pack-a-Punch is by killing off zombies, and it'll spawn in a cylinder. You're going to pick up that code cylinder and place it in a certain device around the map. The first one will always go to Dragon Command, the second one will always go to Speak Cola, and the third and final one will always go to Tank Factory. You're going to place it in the code cylinder, and then it's going to spawn in a graph module around the map. If you look up in the sky, you'll see a bright green beam. Go ahead and head towards that and kill off the zombies around it. After you're done with the lockdown, you're going to collect the part that's in the middle of the graph module. You're going to repeat this process 2 more times by getting the graph module, spawning it in, protecting it, picking up the part, and then after you do that 2 more times, you're going to go down below where you built the shield earlier, and then you're going to place them inside this device right here. Now go to Dragon Command and spawn in the dragon. The dragon will arrive, hop on top of him, and then he will fly you to Pack-a-Punch. Now unlocking Pack-a-Punch for Revelations. Now the first thing that we're going to accomplish is turning on the power and unlocking Pack-a-Punch. Now the way you accomplish this is by turning on these corrupt generators around the map. There are 4 in total. There's going to be 1 at spawn, the Eisendrache, waw-bocw, and Mob of the Dead. All you got to do is spend 500 points, stay in the small stone path area for about 30 seconds. Once accomplished, this portal will open up to take you to Nuke Town. Once you arrive, you're going to go upstairs. And once you're upstairs, if you go to your right, you'll see a panel with all green lights because you got all 4 generators on. You're going to sit here and wait for Apotheca's Servant to fly by, and then you're going to activate it. It will start flashing green and red, and then you activate it, which will capture the Apotheca's Servant. And then the door to your right with the blue box is floating. You're going to go down the stairs, and then you're going to go in front of the Apothecant, and he's going to suck you inside of him. Once inside, all you're going to do is shoot these yellow tubes, and then the Pack-a-Punch will fall to the ground. Now, unlocking Pack-a-Punch for Voyage of Despair. The first step is to go to the opposite side of spawn and grab the Sentinel artifact. Now, if you wait a couple of seconds, a pedestal will spawn in. Go ahead and interact with this pedestal, and this is 1 out of 4. Now, go ahead and head to the bottom of the boat where you're at directly, and then you'll find the second pedestal down there. If you want to remove the water, go to the opposite side underneath the water, and you'll find this pipe to the right side. Just interact with it to drain the water. Now, if you go to the center of the boat, you'll find this grand staircase. It goes to a couple floors down and up. Go to the very bottom, and then you'll find another pedestal. Go ahead and interact with that one. Now, for the last pedestal, you're going to go back to spawn, and you'll find that this door is open now. Go ahead and head down to the bottom into the water, and on the back side of the wall, you'll find the last pedestal. Go ahead and interact with it. Now you have unlocked Pack-a-Punch. If you want to drain this water as well, if you go to your right, you'll find the drain pipe right here. Just interact with it to drain the water as well. Now for the map 9. As soon as you spawn in, you will notice these big 4 statues that resemble your perks. You're going to go ahead and head inside these coliseums and activate this Gon. When you activate this Gon, you're going to fight a little guardian. After you defeat the guardian, it's going to drop a head that you have to collect. You're going to repeat the same process at the Danu perk, the Ra perk, the Zeus perk, and the Odin perk. Once you collect all 4 heads, go ahead and head to the very bottom of the map, and in the middle you'll find these 4 spikes. Go ahead and place the heads on these 4 spikes, and then wait for the blood to drain, and then the Pack-a-Punch is unlocked for you. Now moving on to Blood of the Dead. Now the first step you want to do for Blood of the Dead is by the first door, and then kill off enough zombies but leaving 1 left alive to unlock the second door to get down to the first power switch. Once you turn on the first power switch, you're going to go to the catwalk and open the door. You're going to make your way through the catwalk all the way to the main building of Alcatraz by killing off all the zombies that are running. Do not kill the ones that are walking because those are part of the round. Make sure you shoot the warden on your way to the Alcatraz building to make sure he spawns in as well to get that extra 500 points. After you take out the warden, you'll collect the key that he drops for the shield. Once you do this, you're going to pick up the essence from one of the electric junction boxes around the map. The 3 locations are as follows. One is going to be right outside of the cafeteria to the left. The second location is going to be at the original spawn at the library right here. And the third and final location is going to be outside of the warden's office right here. After you collect this, go ahead and head down to the docks. Once you're here at the docks, you're going to find the last shield part, which is going to be located on the spiral staircase right here. The second location is going to be located to the left through the doorway right here. And the third and final location is going to be located to the right outside the doorway right here. After you do this, you're going to buy this door and go through the doorway right here and turn on the power. Once you turn on the power here, you're going to take out this other warden right there. And once you do this, you're going to go back to the main Alcatraz building and build the shield up the stairs where the electric cherry perk used to be from Mob of the Dead. Once you accomplish this, you're going to go to the very top of the Alcatraz building where the plane used to be built. And then now you're going to charge up your shield. Once you charge up your shield by sucking the souls out of the zombies, you're going to charge shock this junction box right here, and this will spawn in the Pack-a-Punch. There are 3 locations that the Pack-a-Punch can spawn in, similar to Eisendrache, where there will be a random location. The first location is going to be located where you just shocked it, right there where you spawned it. The second location is going to be at the new spawn, at the new industries right here where the first power switch was flipped. And the third and final location is going to be located at the docks where you flip the second power switch. Now for the map classify, you're going to want to head down to the 3rd level in the basement and turn on the power located in the middle. Once you turn on the power, you're going to head back up to spawn. Once you're at spawn, go to the main office area and you're going to find a Pack-a-Punch part. The first location is going to be behind this desk near the teleporter, and then the second location is on your way towards Dying Wish or your brew perk, and you're going to fight it on top of the desk right here. And then turning around, you'll find the last part leaning against the desk right there. Now head to the DeathCon room, and just like the map 5, you're going to have to flip 4 different switches to get to DeathCon 5. But there's a new spawn location for one of the switches, and it's in this new door right here, and it's located to the left side on the wall. So there's going to be 2 upstairs, 2 in the bottom floor, and then once you activate the DeathCon 5, go to the teleporter, and you'll be teleported into the old Pack-a-Punch room. Once here where the old Pack-a-Punch used to be, go ahead and pick up the part for the Pack-a-Punch machine. Now for the third and final part that you need to pick up is going to be down in the basement. You're going to have to go into the room with the cryogenics, and it's going to be located in the cryogenic right here to the left, and then go into the little office. It could be located on the chair right here, and the final and third location is going to be located behind you outside the door to the left on top of this medical table right here. Now make your way back to spawn to the central filing area. You'll find a crafting bench up here. Craft the teleporter on this bench and pick it up. Now head into the DEFCON room, and what you're going to do is you're going to take that new teleporter and place it onto the teleporter down in the DEFCON room, and then flip all the switches to DEFCON 5. Once you set it to DEFCON 5, a new teleport location location is going to be ready down in the center. Go ahead and enter it, and then now you have unlocked Pack-a-Punch for classified. After the map Dead of the Night, now go ahead and head to the opposite side of where your spawn is, and you'll find the Sentinel artifact. Go ahead and collect that to open up a few doors. Now head into the library, and you'll find this vase that will have a rock inside of it. Now there are two other locations that this rock could be inside of a vase, and they're downstairs below to the left and then to the right. You're going to go ahead and break the vase and kill off a few zombies right by it to collect their souls, and then look inside the stone. Once you look inside the stone, it will give you an image of an item that you have to interact with. Now in my game it showed me a grandfather clock. In your game it could be a different clock, but there are only 3 clocks around the map that it could possibly be, and I'll show you the locations right now for those 3 clocks. The first clock is going to be located inside the pool table room to the left side of the library. The second clock is going to be located down in the bottom area right in front of the big green statue right here. Now the third and final clock location is going to be located inside the dining room right here. Now once you find your clock, you're going to interact with it, and then you'll stand inside this blue circle and you'll see the clock count down. As soon as the clock is done counting down, a tuning fork will come outside of the clock. Go ahead and pick that up. Now for the second stone. The second stone is going to be located inside the cellar. Once you get down the left side of the stairs, it can be located on top of this wooden box right in front of the barrel, and then to your right side it can be located on top of this table right here as well. You're gonna get a couple of kills, fill up the stone, and go ahead and look inside the stone for your next image. Now in my game, my image was the raw perk statue. Now it can be the Zeus or the Odin perk statue. Just keep in mind that the perks shift every single game that you play, so it can be either one of the 4 locations that I'll list off right now. The first perk location is gonna be located in the cemetery right here. The second location is gonna be located where you originally spawned in the map underneath through these double doors past the grandfather clock right here. The third perk location is going to be located to the right side of the laboratory right here in the corner. Now for the final 4th location for the perk, it's going to be located down in the cellar right here. Now what you're going to do is find your location with your perk, which mine was the raw perk, and you're going to go there and you're going to be put into a lockdown where you got to kill off a few vampires. After you kill off the few vampires, it will spawn in the tuning fork for you. Go ahead and pick that up. Now for the third and final vase with the rock in it, you're going to go to the master bedroom. There are 3 vase locations here. The first one's going to be in front of the master bed. The second one's going to be located in the trophy room on top of this table, and the third and final one's going to be located in the hallway leading outside of the bedroom right here. Go ahead and kill zombies to fill up the soul box, and then interact with the crystal. Once you interact with the crystal, it will give you another image. Now for the third and final crystal, you can get one of 7 different items from your image. One of them being a rolled piece of paper, one of them being a noose, 4 different painting types, and one of them being a doll. I'm going to show you where these 7 locations are right now. The first 4 items that we're going to look at are going to be the 4 paintings. The 4 paintings can be located in the upper floor. The first one's going to be located to the left side of this fireplace where you originally spawned in, and then going across the hallway, the second location is going to be located to the right side of the buildable table where you build the shield right here, and the third location is going to be located across past the sentinel artifact behind this piano right here. Final location is taking the left side, going through this hallway, and it's going to be located on the wall to the right here before you enter the master bedroom. Now the 5th item is going to be the rolled up piece of paper. You're going to find this inside the 2nd floor of the library inside this little box. Now for the 6th location for the noose. The noose is going to be located down in the cellar, and it's going to be on the back side of this chair. Now the last item is going to be a doll. The doll will always spawn in with the perk Danu. It's always going to be to the left side on top of this table right here. Once you find your item, go ahead and interact with it and follow the ghost lady. She'll lead you to the last and final tuning fork that you need to pick up. And once you get all 3 tuning forks, you're going to head outside through the double doors that's behind the grandfather clock that I showed you earlier and the Zeus perk. You're going to activate your tuning forks on this organism, and then it's going to break and disappear, and then a werewolf is going to spawn in. Take out the werewolf and then head to the very bottom of the woods, and then you'll find the Pack-a-Punch. Now moving on to the map Ancient Evil, you're going to make your way to the Coliseum, and you're going to find the Sentinel artifact here. Interact with it to complete a lockdown. As soon as you're done with the lockdown, now you must find a golden horse bridle around the map. There's only 2 spawn locations. The first location is going to be located past this Spartan statue, and it's going to be located on top of this column. The second bridle location is going to be located towards your right, going through this door, going up these stairs, and across over to the treasury. You'll find it on top of this column right here. Now once you pick up this golden bridle, a 6-armed giant will spawn in. Go ahead and take him out. Once you take him out, you're going to go to the Zeus perk, and now Pegasus is waiting for you to hop on top of him and ride him into the waterfall to take you to Pack-a-Punch. Once you get to the underworld, take the path down to the right, and then you'll find a bird in a cage. Shoot it down, and then activate your specialist to break open the cage for the bird to be released. Now completely run to the opposite side where you're at and break open the other cage for the other bird. It's probably going to take 2 specialist charges for this step because you don't really have enough time to run from one side to the other unless your specialist is tier 3 and you can shoot from afar. Once you follow the birds down to the center, you'll be stuck in a lockdown. After the lockdown, Pack-a-Punch will be available for you. Now for the map Alpha Omega, go ahead and head to the power switch that's going to be on the opposite side where you spawn in, and it's going to be located inside this house right here. Once you flip the switch on, go ahead and head down below inside the bunkers. You're going to go into the generator room. You'll find this console right here. Go ahead and activate it and complete the lockdown. Once you complete the lockdown in the generator's room, go ahead and go back to the surface. You'll still find 4 different houses with the gas inside of them. You're going to have to find the ventilation unit that's either going to be in the outside of the backyard of the house or inside the garage. You're going to have to hold down your interact button with the unit and wait till it drains all the gas out of the house. Now be careful during this step because a wave of zombies will still try to attack you while you're doing this. Once you cleared all 4 houses, you can go ahead and go back down inside the bunker into the room that's called beds. You'll find the pack-a-punch is unlocked down here. Now for the map Tag Your Toten. The way that you get pack-a-punch unlocked for Tag Your Toten is you're gonna have to flip 3 different switches around the map. The first power switch is gonna be located in spawn right here. The second power switch is gonna be located at the default spawn for Call of the Dead at the top of the boat right here. Now for the third power switch, you're gonna have to pick up 2 wheels around the map. They're gonna be on the front side of the boat and on the back side of the boat. The first wheel location is gonna be up these tiny stairs to the right through this little doorway on the floor right there, and then leaving out the doorway to the right on leaning against the wall right there. And then on the opposite side where this little room is, you're gonna find it leaning against the boat right there. Now for the second wheel, it's gonna be located on the front side of the boat, going past the sniper wall by right here on the right side, and then going straight forward to your left, leaning against this wooden crate. And then once you get past the left wooden crate, go ahead and go forward and then take a left and then go straight down this way. Then you'll find it leaning against the wall right there. Once you collect both wheels, you're gonna place them on this gearbox right here and spin it to align the zip line. You're gonna find one right here on the front side of the boat, and then you're gonna find the second one up to the second floor of the boat near the power switch, and you're just gonna rotate it into align the zip line. Now once you get both the zip lines aligned, go to the top of the lighthouse and pick up your zip line gear. Go ahead and use the zip line gear to get up to the facility up in the mountain. Once you get to the facility up the mountain, head to the inside, and then you'll find the power switch located down the stairs to the right side of the vault bunker door. Now as soon as the third power switch is turned on, you have unlocked Pack-a-Punch. It's the same as the map Call of the Dead, where you just gotta follow the light beam on the lighthouse to figure out where Pack-a-Punch is unlocked currently at the time. There are 4 different locations on this map. The first location is gonna be back at the original Call of the Dead spawn. The second location is gonna be located at the old spot where the stamina used to be, and the third location is gonna be located at the front of the boat underneath the water where the original Call of Dead spawn is, and the fourth and final location is gonna be located off to the left of the lighthouse where the speed cola is located at the old Call of the Dead in the water right there. Now one thing that's unique about this map is there is a thing called the golden Pack-a-Punch. Now what the golden Pack-a-Punch does is when you Pack-a-Punch once, it will put your gun to the maximum damage instead of having to Pack-a-Punch about 5 times to get to the maximum damage. The way that you acquire this golden Pack-a-Punch is just turning on the 3 power switches and just wait for the light to shine onto it. Once the light shines on the golden Pack-a-Punch, all you gotta do is stand on the jump pad and the jump pad will launch you there. And that's how you unlock the golden Pack-a-Punch. Once the time is up, you'll be sent back to the main map. Now unlocking Pack-a-Punch for D Machine, you're gonna go to the very bottom of the facility and turn on the power by clicking this button right here. Once power is turned on, go ahead and activate these 2 terminals across each other. Once both terminals are activated, go ahead and go into the dark ether down below, and then once you're in the dark ether, head back up to the surface and find the tunnel, and take the tunnel to go down and then pick up the Pack-a-Punch part while you're down there. Now head where you activated the dark ether in the first place and place the Pack-a-Punch parts there, and now you have unlocked Pack-a-Punch for D Machine. Now for the map Firebase Z, you're gonna want to make it your way up to the second floor where the teleporter is, go through the teleporter, and then you'll find 3 ether reactors. Now go to each ether reactor, activate them, defend them, and charge them up, and once you charge up all 3 of them, you're gonna head back to spawn and Pack-a-Punch will be available to you. Now for the map Kino der Toten, go ahead and follow the exclamation marks all the way down to the very bottom. Once you're in the streets, you're gonna go to Jug, and then you're gonna find this Tempest. Go ahead and take out the Tempest and pick up the first fuse. After you pick up this fuse, go down in the sewer system and keep on following the exclamation marks and lead you to the power switch room. Once here, you're gonna try to flip the switch and then it's gonna break open a panel. Go ahead and place that fuse in there, and then take the door to your left and kill the last Tempest in this small room, and then go back to the power switch, put the last fuse in, and then flip on the power. Once you flip the power on, go ahead and take a left and go down the hallway and take another left, and then you'll be in a small room with Klaus, and then go up the zip line. Once you get up the zip line, go across the street, past the tank, and then drop down to your left and activate the Pack-a-Punch. Once you activate the Pack-a-Punch, take out the floating zombie, and once you take him out, the Pack-a-Punch is available to you. Now for the map Forsaken, you're gonna see a star, you're gonna head to that and activate the teleporter. Once the teleporter is available, go through the teleporter, and you're gonna make your way over to the other side of the map and activate the portal. Go through the portal, and once you get through the portal, you're gonna have to go to 4 different shops to pick up 4 different items. There's gonna be an item inside the TV station, there's gonna be an item inside the movie theater, another item's gonna be directly underneath you where Meal Kick is in the bookstore, and the last part's gonna be located in the fast food joint. Once you collect all 4 parts, go ahead and go to the other teleporter and build the teleporter. Once you build the teleporter, go through the teleporter, then you're gonna make your way to the other teleporter. Once here, you're gonna take out the big abomination that spawns in. Once you take out the big abomination, go through the teleporter, and then you'll find a button inside this small room. Activate the button, and you'll notice that Pack-a-Punch is unlocked for you behind the button. I want to say thank you to everybody that did watch the video all the way through. It is a bit lengthy. You didn't really have to. If you did, I do greatly appreciate it. I understand this is a tutorial video, how to unlock Pack-a-Punch on a specific map. But if you watched it all the way through, you are a real G, and I really do appreciate that. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe and like.